Hi. Sometimes when running your own business, you have to be many things and wear many hats. For instance, sometimes you have to be your own accountant, or some days you have to be your own secretary. And what if some days you have to be your own designer? What tools do you use and how do you know which one to select? Well, that's what we're going to discuss in this video. My name is Ian Burr and you are watching Bizign. Alright, design tools for non-designers. I have selected 9 of the most common types of design tools or apps or programs, whatever you want to call them, that non-designers use in this current day and age. And well, here they are in no particular order. First one is PicMonkey. We have the GIMP, Stencil, Canva, Pixlr, Bizign, Crello, Snapper, and Inkscape. Now, I can already see what some of you guys are thinking. You're like, whoa, that's a lot of stuff. How do I know which one's the one for me? How do I know which one's the right one for my style of working? Well, let me narrow it down for you. When you are designing something, you're usually designing it in one of 2 types of programs. So the first type of program you design stuff in is made for graphics and illustrations, or what we in the professional industry call vectors. Another type of program you would use is photo editing programs or pixels. So let's arrange these apps under those categories. Nice. That makes it a little simpler, doesn't it? Almost. Okay, so if you are designing a poster or a leaflet or a brochure or maybe a social media announcement, you'd probably use a program such as Canva, Stencil, Crello, Snapper, or Inkscape. If, however, you have some cool photos of, say, you got a new delivery van for your business, or maybe your office had a new paint job or something like that, and you got these rad photographs and you need to edit them, you would use a program like Pixlr, PicMonkey, Bizign, or the GIMP to edit those photos. Maybe you need to crop the photo, maybe you need to add a bit more vibrance to the photo, maybe you just want to slap a filter on top. Those would be the photo editors. Okay, but still, how would you choose one of those programs and what would you look for in such design software? Well, the answer to this question usually comes in 3 very common answers, and here they are now. First, you want to look for something that's free. As a business owner or entrepreneur, money is very limited and you don't want to go waste thousands of dollars on something that you might not even use or know how to use. You want something that's easy to use. You don't want to spend time learning or mastering a program. As a business owner, you don't have a lot of time already as it is, and time is money. So you want something that's easy to use. And finally, you want something with unlimited creativity. Remember when you were 4 years old and you went to your friend's house and he said, let's go color in. And you're like, yeah, let's go color in. And you went to his room and you opened up the crayon box and there was only 4 pencil crayons, including the white one. And you felt restricted. Like, how am I going to color this picture in with only these crayons? So you want something that's unlimited in resources, in creativity. The problem with these 3 points is that you can only choose 2 of them. Let me explain. If you want something that's free and easy to use, well, then you're going to be quite restricted in the amount of tools that are at your disposal. Apps like PicMonkey and Snapper have very limited resources, although you can get away with what there is there. But usually you have to pay to unlock or upgrade to unlock more benefits and features. If you want something that's free with unlimited creativity, well, then unfortunately there's going to have to be a steep learning curve that comes with that. Programs such as the GIMP and Inkscape, which are 2 programs that I sort of sunk my teeth into when I was learning graphic design, fantastic programs to use, and it's true, there's unlimited creativity. Your own imagination is the limit. But however, it took me a long time to master these programs. And at the same time, I wasn't really running my own business, so I had the time to do that. And lastly, easy to use and unlimited creativity. Unfortunately, it's not going to be free. You're going to have to pay for a package such as Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator, fantastic programs, and these are the industry standards which I currently use at the moment. And some may argue that it's not easy to use, but I argue that it is, because that's kind of what you're paying for. You're paying for software that is very intuitive. There's a big community ready to support you. There are many tutorials and things like that. Okay, so here's this graph. I've taken these 9 apps and I've assembled this graph based on the easiness and the restrictiveness of these apps. Now, before I continue, I just want to cover myself saying that this graph is not gospel. It is not going to be the same for everyone. For example, I learned Inkscape and the GIMP before any of these other apps came out as a young graphic designer. Now that I use industry standards like Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator, I find them very easy and very unrestricted. So I'm basing this graph on first-time encounters, particularly my own first encounters of some of my clients, and even some first encounters that I was reading while putting this video together. So you'll see Canva ranks quite high on the unlimited creativity department, and it's pretty easy to use, so that's a good app to use. Whereas something like Inkscape and the GIMP, although you get unlimited creativity, there's a steep learning curve to mastering that program. So at the end of the day, the choice is up to you. Depending on your working style, depending on what your business is or how your business runs, you are going to have to download these apps and find out and figure out which one works best for you. Let me know in the comments below what you think or which apps you're using. Perhaps you're using something that I didn't put on this list. Let us know in the comments. My name is Ian and you're watching Bizign.